What's up and good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to another video. Domino's, if you're out there, you're watching and you're hiring, I'm getting pretty good at making boxes here while we're all quarantined. I think this is like my new favorite hobby. But on a real note, I cannot wait till we get the employees back. Yeah, this is like a 2 to 3 person job that I'm doing solo to make sure that you guys can get your orders out in a timely manner. We've got Chris coming over. We're going to be installing some stuff on his truck. Wes is coming over. He's going to be making a bracket for his truck to hopefully get his horns installed. I don't really know. So hey, let's see where the day takes us. I believe Wes has just showed up. We're going to be hanging around some people today. Time to mask up. Ugh. Oh, you're already on the install, bro? In case anybody's wondering, Wes is starting up a new business. His truck is going to be now a Milwaukee tool truck, so he's going to drive around to auto shops, you know, sell some tools out of it. Basically like Snap-on, you know, it's the budget version. Wes got his lug nuts on there to match the lift kit. They are definitely, so before he actually mounted them, they were lighter than the lift kit. Now they look a little bit darker being inside the wheel, so gonna be working on mounting up Wes's horn that we saw in the last video.
Had to get some fitting. My current horn, I'm using 1/4-inch tube or airline, and I wanted to go to 3/8. I was gonna go with the barbed fittings, but I just felt like that was just waiting to pop off. So I got some push to connects, which make it a lot easier.
Today you're gonna be making a bracket.
Yeah, I'm just gonna little piece to go to the frame, and then.
Dude, we got a plasma cutter. You wanna?
Yeah, it's too much work.
Too bougie? So you're gonna be mounting it up with a little
I pulled
pulley
this down
for the
to make some
spare
clearance
tire.
since I clearly don't use the spare tire.
Well, let's do it. How we doing? Oh, you're gonna point it straight down?
Yeah.
You're just going for it, huh?
Well, that's the easiest way. And
I don't know, man. That bracket's looking like a Bryant bracket right there.
hey, it's gonna work.
I don't know. How long before it rusts out?
That don't matter.
No, it does matter, bro. Come on, bro. We're back to a show truck life now.
Yeah, right.
Are we gonna leave your other horns on just to leave them on?
No, I'm gonna do a test between them.
All right. So if you guys remember, we mentioned in a previous video, like one of the good reasons of switching over to metal horns is Wes is running some plastic horns right there, the plastic clients. Dang, dude, you got some mud up underneath this thing.
That's from the desert still.
Is it?
Yeah.
So one of the issues he's running into, I don't know if you're gonna be able. Well, there you go. You can see his horn is kind of melted off the muffler there.
That's because the suspension, when you floor it, it squats and it hits the muffler.
The setup that he's running, it's better. I mean, everything's better. It's metal, cheaper. It's got a built-in solenoid all on one bracket, whereas these are all individually mounted. There's the solenoid right there. So we're gonna do a little comparison here of Wes's Klein horns, which don't sound that great, versus his new setup.
That thing sounds like shit.
Yeah, dude, that new setup's gonna sound way better. So right now he's draining the tank. He's got to be able to pull off one of the fittings, hook up the new fitting to run to the new horns, and then we just got to wire up the solenoid. It's good to go. Hey, Bryant, make sure you come pick these up for sale, buddy. We'll work you a good deal on them. Oh, it's got a little metal fitting there.
Yeah.
That's quality.
Except I once had to epoxy it together because
It broke off. It broke off. That one right there, we charge extra for that one. That's a good one. Oh, the man, the myth, the legend. What's up, buddy? Is this 6 feet away? Dude, I think you should just rock those gloves full time, bro.
think so?
Yeah, that's a good look for you, man. Like, you look like an assassin right now. You know, Chris, you're just in time.
What?
Well, we were gonna work Bryant a deal on some nice used Klein horns, but if you want them, you know, we'll work you a deal. Yeah. Oh, you sure?
No.
So really the main reason we made today's video, I didn't know Wes was coming to install his stuff, is Chris has been wanting to do this for a while. As you guys know, Chris actually has the factory GM tow mirrors, whereas on my OBS and soon to be on the LOI, I'm running the Boost Auto mirrors, and they are like a very, very close clone. I don't know if, like, I'm assuming like auto manufacturers, certain parts they just don't worry about like patenting because there's probably no point. They evolve them so often. I'm assuming these aren't really patented because Boost made like an exact replica, which means Boost parts will now work on your factory GM mirrors. So one of the ugliest things on any vehicle is the amber. The good thing about these 1500s is they put so little amber in the headlights, it actually doesn't really stand out that much. Whereas like we talked about on Wes's truck, the amber is like very in your face. Same with the mirrors. Obviously having this amber lens here doesn't look that great. Chris went with the Boost Auto, so you went the full switchbacks, right?
Yeah.
So these are smoked, they're switchbacks, so he'll have the white running lights as well as the amber turn signals. And they should,
Has a little harness.
nice wire harness, allegedly it should just be bolt up directly to the factory mirror?
We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, so far everything I have from Boost Auto has been flawless. Bryant's had a bunch of stuff from Boost Auto. Everything's been great. We've had really good luck with them. So.
Well, they got a sale on these right now, so.
Are you sure there's a sale still going on?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's why I bought it.
You can get it out, buddy. You got this.
I mean, dude, they got some nice packaging.
I'm saying Boost Auto's like quality. I've always been leery of anything aftermarket, especially in the mirror world, because like back in the day, old Amazon mirrors or like the aftermarket tow mirrors, you'd always get crazy rattles in the glass and everything like that. Like it was just sketchy to buy aftermarket stuff. But Boost stuff has been absolute quality. Oh, you want to be on the thumbnail? Nice mask, dude. I didn't even notice that for a second. I like it, bro. You should rock that full time. Wes is the dirty one. Wes matches his horns and truck right there.
He already has Rona, and you just don't give a fuck. The thing is
Wes has been coughing a little bit. What?
He just has those gloves on. He had them in his pockets, but later when he takes the gloves off and he puts them in his pocket, he already contaminated his whole cell.
But I wash my hands.
Well, then he touches his phone, and then he's gonna
I got like 10 packs of gloves. And
he's gonna like put his phone in his mouth. I've seen him lick his phone.
Oh yeah.
I see those people at restaurants wearing all the gloves, but they're touching everything.
Yeah, they touch the money, and then they go grab your food with the same gloves. It's gross. You look like Pigpen right now, dude.
I look like what?
Like Pigpen from Charlie Brown.
Well, that's because there's fucking dirt all under my truck, because my truck actually gets used here.
Oh, here we go. Here, show him, Chris. Show him.
That one sits.
Show him.
I pressure washed it.
Oh, all right, all right. Hey, Wes needs some hardware from Sergio's hardware store.
Sorry, we're close
Oh.
to the coronavirus.
Essential. We're essential.
Okay.
He's not. I don't know about this guy. I don't know where we found him.
Whose track is this?
Yours now. All I know is you and Wes have like ruined me in terms of even like halfway dressing normal for a day. I've become so lazy. That's the new workwear right there. Tell Sergio how to pull everything apart, buddy. He's never done this.
Well, neither have I.
Oh. All right, Sergio, this needs to go on there. You got that, buddy?
Sure.
Yeah, you guys are gonna come along with this journey with us because none of us have done. We've never switched these out. So basically, you got to pull the mirror apart to get to the backside to get to the bolts on those. So good luck, Sergio. Don't break the glass. I've already done that.
The worst means
Don't worry, I can find that online real quick.
Okay.
Chris doesn't get mad. I've already stolen his once.
He said the same thing. Yeah, you can borrow one from Brian's truck.
We ready?
It's got to charge up.
All right, dude. Those hang down far for when you're doing all that off-roading. You might catch them. Don't worry, you got the hitch. The hitch will hit first.
Well, how do you do it? I'll try. I mean, if I break it, I break it.
You gonna pull the glass out? All right, you gotta get your hands behind it and you gotta pull evenly. It's not, I try and go from both sides.
Yeah, but I got Sasquatch fingers, man.
You need some little Chinese fingers in there?
That's probably got some Sasquatch fingers too.
Yeah, I don't know about that. So if you guys remember, pre-SEMA with my Denali, I noticed there was a little screw loose in like the backs. Oh, that makes me so nervous. Oh, I hate watching this. There's a little.
I wonder what side's better.
That side's probably better. You can get your fingers in there. Just let Sergio get his fingers in there, man. You got big fingers. Ladies, if you're watching. I had to remove my lower glass because I saw a screw there right before SEMA. Like literally the day we were leaving for SEMA. And I pulled out my glass and dropped it and shattered it. And I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And Chris's truck was sitting on the street because he always parks it on the street. And I just happened to go borrow his piece of mirror to
But
put
you
on.
did it before, so you should know.
I did do it before. It's sketchy and they break. So I'm scared to do it. And the funny thing is when I actually went to pull Chris's off, I dropped Chris's too, but it only took a little chip out. So if you ever see the mirror on my Denali, it's got a little chip in it. Well, that was actually Chris's mirror. But I ordered him a new one. They go on real easy. Taking them off, pretty sketchy. Woo! It's connected in the center.
I can't look.
Oh, come on, it's a full. Oh, he got it!
What?
He got it! Sergio's the man. Look at that. Easy.
Yeah.
All right, Wes's truck is charged up. We'll jump to a little comparison of the before, and then we'll hit the after. That's a lot louder, dude.
Air horns in Texas. Way louder, huh?
Oh yeah.
Fucking pretty loud. Yeah.
Chris jumped pretty far there. Woo! At least this one has like a wire attached to it so it doesn't go flying off to the ground. The lower one is the dangerous
That's what I
one.
was thinking. We'll planning if I took it off and then drop it by accident.
It'd be hilarious, huh, Chris? This kit came with a wire harness, but obviously the factory lights, all that they are, like they don't have switchbacks wired up into them. So we need to figure out how these need to get wired in. Again, that does come with a wire harness. We're not sure exactly what the wire harness does. We should probably investigate that a little bit more. So one of the things we're running into is Chris's truck didn't come with these mirrors. He added them after the fact and had them kind of wired up, not exactly to factory spec. Yeah, so we're not exactly sure how they wired them. So that might make things a little interesting today.
I have the instructions on how to get them to operate how they're supposed to before the switchback option. But once they're wired correctly, the switchback should have been like plug and play, I believe.
Just put them in for looks. He doesn't even drive the truck, Sergio. Just put them in. They'll look better than the amber lenses.
I just need one picture, man. That's it.
Wes, what version are these? Where'd these come from?
So for anybody that wants to upgrade to tow mirrors, if your truck had like every power option but it didn't have tow mirrors, so it has folding, it has reverse tilting, it has like the puddle lamp, power folding, this company that I know of besides OEM, which OEM you're gonna pay like $1,200, this is the only brand that retains every one of those functions, along with adding the marker light and the cargo lamp. Boost auto mirrors, they will tell you they don't have memory, so whenever you set your little switches on the side for like driver 1, driver 2, these are the only ones besides OEM that will retain that. The Boost ones will not. So these are 1A auto. The only goofy thing about them is they use this really big marker light.
I don't like that. So you can see how much this sticks out versus the factory one that's flush mounted and the one from Boost that's flush mounted.
These, you can still switch to the switchbacks, which is what I do plan to do. And I would like to change the glass to having the little chevron turn signal in the glass.
This one doesn't have that?
No, so this one doesn't have that.
Ghetto, dude.
Ghetto, motherfucker. Do you have memory in your little aftermarket Boost mirrors? No, you don't.
I don't even have them wired up.
Exactly. But
I don't need it in a 97 Ford.
well,
Yeah, there's no way there's a running lights signal here.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, we have to run a wire through here, then down there, then
Pop the door open. This thing looks like one beat up transformer when you actually pull the entire mirrors apart like that. Jeez. Not a whole lot to these things. So obviously Chris's truck, being that these mirrors weren't like on the truck from the factory and there's a little bit of weird wiring going on harness wise, they're gonna have to do some investigating and running some new wires. So his door panels have been pulled off here. Yeah, buddy. Hey, this thing's faster than Wes's truck, huh?
we're gonna find out on the way up to Pendleton.
You guys gonna race?
Probably.
Light them up! Oh. It's working?
Yep, that's it.
We got it.
Got it.
I don't know what we got. What did we get?
We got
running an extra wire through there, making a hole in the original connector.
Gotcha.
So that way we can, thanks to Wes's cables, we can use the original connector.
Phil Gamboa.
Phil Gamboa.
YouTube or any of the forums, he's the guy when it comes to these 2014 and up trucks. He knows every add-on you can do. He has a schematic for it.
Is that an antenna?
Yeah, for my Mustang now.
So Sergio's doing a little wire fishing now through the boot there.
Yeah,
that's the fun part.
Yeah. The
Don't
trick
worry.
is just in.
Yeah,
lube.
full bottle of lube.
Yep.
Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, just leave that in here for Chris. You never know.
Oh, and it's.
Oh, it causes cancer.
Yeah.
Good.
OEM years or not. We figured it out.
It was never wired up?
Now.
Yeah. So I was actually just referencing a video right here of Chris's truck that I know he had the hazards on to see if his turn signals were ever wired up or if these were ever turn signals in the mirrors right there. Yeah, turns out, no, they were never wired up. They've been chasing this down for about an hour and it was never wired up. Great work, Chris.
That's why I hired Sergio.
Oh, hired professional?
Yeah.
Jeez, Chris.
What?
Are you sure you even water? We'll just leave them like this, dude. They weren't even wired up in the beginning, so you might as well just, they look better already.
Should have just put them on my
bully,
truck
man.
for this quick video.
Well, that's a good sign right there. It's a good sign, boys. Oh, it works.
Of course.
All right, what do we have to do? I'm seeing some like jumper wires going on here.
Yeah, well, I had to figure out because Chris was telling me that they had their turn signals running already.
Yeah, you never listen to Chris.
So I thought, well, I'm missing something because I only see two wires. One is ground, the other one should be either turn signals or running lights.
Right.
And when I checked the original plug it wasn't connected to the turn signal. It was connected to the running lights.
All right.
So actually to the backup, because they did a aftermarket connection there.
So now we've got it hooked up to turn signals.
So this is the original turn signal that goes into the mirror. You have some LEDs on the turn signal.
Right.
So you tag into that one, and you just plug it into the original running lights, and that's it.
So the little harness that they came.
Yeah,
with.
it's really helpful because you already have the original plug. They just tell you where to tag into it, and that's it.
There you go. All right.
Should be
That's
simple
good.
enough.
We're done. So obviously, if you haven't like done some Frankensteining on your truck, this is a lot easier and should be plug and play from Boost's little wire harness that they include right there. Great job, team.
If you wired them correctly when you installed the mirrors, then this would have been a 10-minute job.
This is thinking about swapping out the rear bumper on his truck. As you know, his truck's more of a pre-runner look, and I've always been telling him like, bro, you need a pre-runner front bumper, like just something really smooth and clean that has, I don't know what that ABS like material they use on the front and like the little, I don't know the right terms for it, but I've always liked that look. This is the rear bumper that he's looking at. I think that's pretty clean, man. We're not sure how it would look if he doesn't trim his rear fenders like that to kind of meet it, but I like it. That's from Dirt King?
That's from Dirt King.
Dirt King. He's also got some Dirt King goodies that are going to be coming on the truck soon. So, you know, once all the craziness is over, that'll be getting done and installed on his truck.
Yep. Comment down below. Let me know.
Second worst part. Pulling it off's the worst. Oh, dude, you're good, Sergio. What do we got, buddy? Chris got some lighting ideas. Let's see.
It's kind of like the Raptor, but you know, make it a little better.
All right, better than the Raptor. You want to use these?
Yeah, 3 of them.
Where?
Up front.
They gonna fit?
Yeah. He says he already has the L brackets and everything for him.
So one of the looks Chris is trying to go for is like the Raptor look, where they have the 3 running lights in the grill. I did it on my 2015 Silverado. I absolutely loved that look. Thanks to Nick, American Dmax. He did it first. I kind of took his idea. And Chris wants to do it on his truck, but unfortunately on his truck, there's not a lot of good places to mount it like there are on the 2015 Silverados.
We're thinking do 3 of those. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, right here.
Or do 5 like individual, like 1, 2, 3. Like,
I'm a fan of 3s. I think the 3s look better. So on my truck, I had a nice flat spot and I ran just bolt lights. So they're basically an LED light on the end of a threaded rod on the back like a bolt, and the wire runs through it. Chris's truck, obviously there's no flat spot to do it. Even in there, like that's a V shape in that little channel right there, so it's not good for mounting anything. So we've been thinking of making little brackets or whatever, but he wants to get that running light look. Are you actually gonna hook these up as running lights, unlike your mirrors, which you thought were?
well, no, I'll just hook it up to my little remote that I kind of have. And
I worry about it looking too much like this is just like a construction add-on, you know, like a.
But it's still, the other ones will look like amber.
Yeah, but they'd be smaller. You wouldn't really see them when they're
Gotcha.
off. This kind of stands out. I don't know. Yeah, how far can you set? I don't think you can go back that far. That ridge is pretty.
What do we have?
Look at that. Looking good, boys. Looking good. All right, guys. Well, Chris's truck looks great. That wraps the day up. Wes's truck's done. Chris's truck's done. Now I just need to get Zach over here so we can start really moving some stuff to get my train horn done. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you are interested in any Boost Auto Parts stuff, I'll put a link to Boost down in my description. Check out, they got mirrors for pretty much every generation of truck now. So make sure you check them out. Don't forget to give this video a like, a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com, because if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to work for it. You guys are the best.
roll the outro.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.